in love.
Anne-Marie 2002. Well, it's 2024. It's the Tees 2024, which means I'll play this.
The Tees are coming. The Tenerife Entertainment Awards. The entertainment event of the year.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
And for about the 8th time this week, that scream goes right through me with my headphones on. I don't know why I keep doing it. I should take them off, honestly. Well, still haven't learned. The Tees 2024, which means I've got a guest, which makes me all excited because I love talking to people. It's only Emma Blacka. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. You?
Yeah, really well, really well. We were just both saying about this dry, tickly, annoying thing that's been going around.
Everybody's got it, haven't they?
And I can't stop clearing my throat, and it's bugging me now. I don't want it anymore. Welcome again.
Thank you.
It's Tees time again. Love the Tees.
Yes.
Listen, we always do these interviews when it comes to nominees, and it seems like we sort of say the same things, but we kind of have to as well when you get nominated, because this is not your first nomination, is it? No. But how did it feel when you got nominated this year? How good was that?
I was just saying to Chris outside, and you expect everybody to say the same thing. Oh, I was really shocked. I was really surprised. But I actually was. Yeah. Because the talent out there this year is, well, every year, but it's amazing. And especially now with Karen being back and our lovely Lisa, who, just missed the nominations last year, I was sure that they would both be in it and that I wouldn't this year. Wow. So I really, really was surprised, but also very grateful. Yes.
How did you find out? Did you listen in, or did you get?
I actually did this year.
Oh, because some people miss it, and it's like, and also we have this thing where we like to draw it out a little bit just to keep the suspense. Yeah. So people are like, I think it was Saoirse I was talking to yesterday. Yeah. So she said, I started listening, then I fell asleep and missed it. But so you listened in and.
This year I did, The first year I was nominated, and I got all these messages through, and I was like, what's going on? Yeah, but
what's the congratulations?
I did actually put it on my phone this year.
Oh, that's really good. That's nice. Yeah, Jenny and Chris did a bang-up job doing it, because there's a lot to get through. I think all the nominations and all of the categories and things like that. But going back to what you said about your category and the talent that's in there, it's really nice to see some names as well that maybe we haven't seen for a while in all categories, and some new names who we haven't seen.
Exactly, yeah. The same as it was for me in 22. It was my first nomination, the year that I won it. And, I'd been on the circuit for a good 10 years before that happened. So I think it always is nice when there's some new names pop in there. Yeah.
How do you feel now that you're a previous winner being nominated again? Are you feeling more pressure, or are you a bit more relaxed about it now? You know what to do, kind of thing.
I'm really relaxed about it, to be honest with you, because obviously it'd be absolutely fantastic to win it again. But I really would be happy whoever wins, because they're all fantastic. Yeah. I work with Lisa on a Monday. We're on at Bojangles together, and I have half an hour before I have to go to my next one. And when I have to go, I'm gutted, because I could sit and listen to it all night, Karen has got an amazing voice with whatever she sings. Her opera's fantastic. Her Adele, same as me. And Hayley knows what I think about Hayley. I've been listening to her for years and looking up to her for years. So whoever wins.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's a sort of a tribute as well to the quality of all of the entertainers that we've got on the island, having the Tees and having tricky categories. I think where it's like you look at it and you go, oh, that's anyone's game there. Like, you wouldn't be able to guess. I couldn't go to the bookmakers and go, my money's on Hayley, or my money's on Emma, or it just couldn't, could you?
Tough decisions.
But the decision is being made by the lovely people globally, wherever you are. And the nominations, of course, are done by residents here. So the only people who can nominate really are bar owners, restaurant owners, local owners, and residents here. So exactly. I guess that feels different as well when you know that it's not just open to anybody. It's only people that are here.
It's nice to know that the residents think, that much of you. So it's always nice.
I'm pretty sure that it was, there might have been a little bit of the residents who maybe saw you on stage at the Infanta Leonor when you did when you did it. No, you never thought of that.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
Wow, yeah. If you didn't know, Emma, sorry,
Hello.
doesn't matter. Yeah, was as part of our Tributo Fest as Adele. Just tell us how good that was to do that gig.
It was amazing. It would have been so much better for me if I hadn't been so blooming ill.
I remember you doing your sound check and just.
This bug that's going around now is exactly what I had back then. The chest infection, just everything, the cough that you can't shake off, you can't breathe. But I got through it, and I was a little bit, when I came off stage, I didn't really remember what had just happened because I was so, worried that the notes weren't going to come out. Or even my mum said to me, she was sat up there with my dad and the family and everything, and she said, I didn't breathe until you got out your first note. And then I was like, she's going to be okay.
Yeah, exactly. I think with especially when you're not well and you've got chest, but you've got Adele's notes to hit.
Yes.
I mean, nervous normally, but going out there going, I don't know if I'm, coughing through
and the smoke machine came on. I was like, you're killing me.
No smoke machine. Cut the smoke machine. But no, I was there. I was taking photos, so I had the joy of being right at the front row, sort of sat on the floor, looking up at taking pictures. It was amazing, and it was absolutely like it should have been. And there were points when I was looking through the lens, and it was like it might as well have been Adele. It was just perfect for what it was. But I think you got inspired because you've been to see her, haven't you? You've been to Vegas.
Yes.
Talk to me about that, because a couple of days ago I saw that news story where she was doing her Vegas residency.
Celine Dion.
I thought
brought tears to my eyes. Yeah,
I was like, my contact lenses slipped a little bit, but it's a beautiful show, isn't it? Adele's.
It's fabulous. I mean, Paul bought those tickets for us for Christmas, and they were very, very expensive. And my daughter said, she's going to kill you. She's going to kill you. And when she came out, because the way she opens up a show, I actually opened my show the same.
Wow.
Thank you to Katie J for doing that track for me.
Yes.
And as soon as she came out and she did that first, hello, and I just started crying, and Paul looked at me and he went, worth every penny.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And I can imagine going, she's going to kill you. And Paul's going, no, she's not. And he was right.
He was right.
You did good, kid. You did good. Merry Christmas and all that. You're still doing the Adele show?
I am. Yeah.
And you're still loving it?
Still loving it. Yeah.
Are you changing the set list around, or have you got it nailed down now to that you do I always change it. Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Is that on purpose?
There's only a certain night that I will stick to the same routine, and that's if I feel that the people that are there are enjoying the show, but they're not really massive Adele fans. Right. But I will always ask them if they've got any favourite songs. Okay. So that some people that are big fans can get some of the album songs that maybe not everybody else will know. And it changes it up for me as well. Because it does get a little bit boring if you sing the same songs in the same order. Yeah, I can imagine that. Year after year.
Yeah, exactly. I can imagine that when you've got this, you like you said, this audience that maybe not massive fans, and they're pretty much just going to want to hear everything that's came out as singles that have been in the charts. Whereas your true fans are going to want to hear bits that,
That's
Adele
the nights I'll stick to the list, because then you sing all the chart songs that at least they're going to know.
Yeah, and you get some people singing along at least then.
Yeah.
But no, I guess it's like that with anything. And the way that you present yourself as Adele and the way you carry it, there, I don't think there's an audience there that wouldn't go, oh, hang on a second. Because the sound alike is so much, it's good. And that's why this is no surprise, the best female singer. Because, yes, it could be best tribute, but there's more to you than Adele, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, it would be lovely to be nominated for Best Tribute. I've been doing that show the longest, 13 years now. Because when I first started doing this, I was so very, very nervous that I was too sort of frightened to be me and talk on the microphone to people. So I just thought if I could hide behind the persona of being Adele, it would be easier. But, after a while, I felt like I wanted to explore new things.
Yeah. So, well, tell us about it, lead neatly into the sort of how it started thing, because in terms of your singing career and stuff, you're not professionally trained singer or anything like that. No. Tell us how this happened. Tell us how this evolved.
Well, it's a long story. I first met Paul when I was 16. He was a karaoke compere.
Right, okay.
And the only reason I went on the stage in the first place is because I wanted to get to meet him. So I went up and had a little song with my friends and caught his attention, all that. 32 years later, here we are.
Nice one, Paul.
We had pubs in the UK and I used to sing on the karaoke.
Right.
Everybody said, you're really good. And then when we moved here, I was doing all sorts of little jobs. But Paul had been working at Bar El Canario now for like 15 years. And I would always go down there and get up and sing, and people would hear me and say, why are you not singing on the circuit?
Right.
And that's just how it started, really.
Why aren't you getting paid to this? Because you were getting up doing it for free.
Yeah.
People were going, look, people are paid good money to see this kind of show. So then did you then decide, I want to go on the scene? Was it then that you thought, I need a persona, or did you go out on the scene first and try, or did Adele come the idea for that come straight away?
Yeah, the idea for that came straight away, so that I didn't have to worry about talking too much, asking people, where you from, are you having a good night, where have you been, or, try chit chat. That frightened me more than the singing.
I guess, because the thing is, if you know you can sing, you just get up there and the music's there and everyone's into it because it's a song.
Yeah.
Sometimes, because I've done a little bit of comparing, I've done this, that, and the other, and actually that patter is the hardest bit because you've kind of got to think really quickly about what people are answering you and things like that. And it doesn't come naturally to all of us.
No, you're so like Paul. He's just like wobble Paul. But there's some of the things he gets away with. If I was to say that, I'd be shocked.
Do you know what? Having interviewed many compares over the years doing this, I think compares, when people see a compare, they kind of think that's a compare that therefore they can kind of get away with it. The barrier's kind of pushed.
Yeah.
But if you're up there as Adele, they kind of think, wow, that was cheeky for Adele.
Cheeky.
I was going to say,
you get away with it, wouldn't you? I mean, I try and do the laugh that she does, but I just end up sounding more like Mrs. Brown's voice. So
I do love her laugh.
Giving up on that.
So good. So it's one of those that's kind of, when you hear her laugh, you just want to laugh as well. It doesn't matter what it is. Yeah. So the one thing I do know about Adele is she loves a good swear.
Yes.
So, but you don't. You do like a swear, but there's
a lot of children in.
Yeah.
For Adele as well, obviously, because she's a more current artist.
100%. So. But it's like you've got to avoid doing the effing this.
Unless somebody really cheeses me off.
Yes, and then you can go full Adele, and you'd be quite willing to do that. Full Adele. So the Tenerife Entertainment Awards nomination for Best Female Singer, it's, like I said, completely deserved because it's absolutely brilliant. But let's talk about the teas. We mentioned it before, 2022.
Yeah.
The interview that I did with you was the backstage winners interview. I don't remember it actually because there was so many people coming in and out of the other. So let's recreate it as well by me just saying, how did you feel about the win?
I honestly just couldn't believe it. The first year being nominated and winning it.
Yeah.
And we told this story last time I was here. When they came through to start calling the female category, my daughter had to come to the bathroom and get me. She's shouting, Mom, I'm halfway full pulling up my britches. And I'm like, I didn't know, I'm running to get there in time.
It's a good job you didn't think, I haven't, right, I'll just carry on in the loo and I'm all right. So, no, my goodness, can you imagine? We're just sort of hanging around and then you just walk in and go, sorry about that. I was just finishing going for a wee. But what was it like because the year that you won was Vegas, so we had those one-armed bandit with the photograph. Was that a surreal moment when they were spinning, and then all of a sudden, ching, ching, ching?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was absolutely shocked at the cheer, and my daughter was jumping up and down, and the getting to the stage was you know,
It
all
takes
the
ages,
hugs of
doesn't it?
people, and it's like you feel a bit sort of starstruck, and don't you? I was like, oh my god, this is really weird.
Do you know what it is? Amazing room full of people. Because everybody in that room is involved in the entertainment industry in Tenerife in some way, whether it's a sponsorship of the competition itself, and all of the other people there, whether it's entertainers, their support, their families, their friends. It's a room full of people who love this day, you know?
Oh, you wouldn't be there, would you, if you didn't like it?
And I think when people win, everybody goes crazy bananas because they want you to win and they feel like, you know, let's celebrate together.
It was amazing, yeah.
And we're going to do it all over again this year. It's going to be incredible. The theme this year, a little bit different. So we had the Vegas theme the year that you won.
Yeah, I like that theme.
Then we had superheroes. We did like a Marvel superheroes kind of thing. That was action-packed. That was pretty good. Yeah. This year, it's Halloween. Now, we asked you earlier your thoughts on Halloween and how you feel about Halloween. So tell us, Emma, how do you feel about Halloween?
It's not my favourite holiday.
That's a very generous way of saying what you said outside. It's not your favourite holiday.
Wasn't on air outside.
No, that's true. Tell us, because it sounds to me like you have this affinity with Halloween that I have with Christmas. I'm not a fan.
Oh, see, I love Christmas.
See, okay, so we're opposites. Tell us why Halloween's not your kind of holiday.
I just don't like anything spooky, scary. I don't watch horror movies.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I don't like candy.
Oh.
you know when like the kids always used to like bags of Haribo's and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't like sweets.
Right, okay.
I like a cookie or a cake or a chocolate, but I don't like sweets.
Right,
I like sweets.
Okay.
I can't stand spiders. And cobwebs.
I was going to say, and that does tend to be the theme in anywhere you go for Halloween. They've made the decision to buy the fake cobwebs and put them everywhere with little stick-on spiders.
And just blood and gore and freaky, scary faces and
it's unnecessary, isn't it? There will be some at the teas, I'm sure, because we've encouraged.
Pop a pill before I go.
Have to pop up. If anyone's got any Valium, we can borrow for the teas, just to keep Emma calm, so she's not panicking. To believe it or not, Saoirse Cummins was in, and she's not overly a fan of Halloween either, for the simple reason she's got a real dislike for clowns.
Oh right, God.
Because they're quite sinister, and she did recall a tale a couple of years ago. It was on video somewhere in Tenerife, around Veronica's or around the south in Playa Las Americas. There was a guy dressed up as the It Clown with the balloon. Yeah. Nobody knows where he came from. Nobody knows where he went, but she said she was there, and she said this guy stared into my soul. She was like, I never want to go there again and see that again. So yeah, it's not a fan either. So you're not on your own.
Being a small child, and I was watching this Sarah Millican sketch the other day. She was talking about what birthday parties were like in the 80s, and how you always knew you were at a birthday party because all the food was either cut at an angle or in cubes, and you always left with a little bag full of tats.
The little plastic bag full with a wrapped up bit of cake in a serviette,
and some really crappy little toys, And I remember going to a birthday party, and I was between the ages of sort of 10 and 12, and they'd rented Nightmare on Elm Street. And Poltergeist, and I was made to sit there and watch these films.
Oh my God!
And to this day, I still can't even watch Freddy Krueger.
Do you know what? No wonder at that age, because I don't think I watched a proper horror. I must probably been about 15 or 16 when I watched my first proper horror film. At that age, it is enough to give you a little
sleep for weeks,
and it's enough for that to carry over into your adult life.
Paul said to me only a couple of weeks ago, he said, "You need to watch Nightmare on Elm Street now, Emma." He said, "You'll laugh at it. The makeup's ridiculous. It's not as scary as you think." I can't. No.
Do you know what though? I agree with the sentiment of what Paul's saying there, because
I watch Christmas movies instead.
It is, and pardon my French, crap.
Yeah.
Like, it looks rubbish.
In comparison to what they can do these days.
Exactly. Yeah. And it is more, do you know what? I have watched it recently, probably in the last 6 months or so, because it was on one of these late night channels and I just happened to be flicking. I thought, I'll just put that on. And I found myself laughing through most of it, as opposed to going, oh, that's gory. Oh, so I don't know, maybe as an adult, you give it another, because it's stupid. Even the script is ridiculous. It's completely nonsensical, in fact. But anyway, so my next question will seem rather irrelevant, Are you going to dress up?
I
For
don't
this
even know what I
Halloween
would
theme?
wear. I'll try something.
Oh, no. No, do you know what?
Maybe
Thank
just
you.
some makeup
Yes.
and a long black dress, or
That-
something.
You see, you don't have to go full Halloween, because
No.
you could just go a little bit emo or a little bit sort of on the dark
Yeah.
side. You don't have to go the whole hog.
No.
But that's good. I'm encouraging everybody that I interview when I say, are you going to dress up? And they say no, or they're not sure. I'm like, just do something. I mean, even seriously, she's not dressing up, but she's got really short hair at the back.
Yeah.
She's going to have spider webs as a theme put in the back of her head, shaved into the back of her head.
Oh, I'm not sat behind her.
Can you imagine? We'll have to have a look at the table plan and see where what's that in comparison to like.
Do you know, I won't put it past Chris to put a big dangling spider over my table
Right
or
over the table. Don't tempt him. But it is going to be a great show as well, because, as always, Tracy Cutting designing and choreographing the opening of the show and the whole thing. I think it's going to be pretty special, because it always is. Well, they always seem to get bigger and better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like, which is quite scary, because they want to know what we're going to do next year. It's like, every year we're going, how do we top that? How do we top that? How do we top that?
It takes you a year to plan it all.
It does. Yeah, in fact, the planning starts literally about, if it's on the Sunday, by the Wednesday, we're like, right, what are we going to do next year?
Wow.
Because you kind of got it, really.
You see, people don't realise exactly just how much goes into it.
I know, right? Yes. Planning of everything from, the opening number to the shows to the things. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to do. Voting-wise, we obviously know you were excited about your nomination. You listened in. Voting closes on Sunday. So we're literally up to the 11th hour, I guess. Today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. So midnight on Sunday, the voting closes. So your last chance, you need to go to TEAawards.com. There's a big green button in the middle of the screen. It says vote now.
Oh, it's so simple.
It is. And then when you click vote now, all the pictures come up and you just got to click.
It's
Clickety-click.
really easy.
2 minutes. 2-minute job to vote for your favourites. Emma, have you got a message for those who have yet to vote?
Please vote.
Please vote. Thank you. Yeah, that's all it is.
Vote for your favourite. That's all I can say. Yeah.
And actually, whoever wins is going to get a loud cheer anyway, because we just talked about that. Because there's a room full of people who think that the Tenerife Entertainment Awards is there as a general pat on the back for the entire entertainment scene that we've got in Tenerife.
I just think everyone's really supportive of each other. I was with my daughter this afternoon. She brought me flowers, bless her, because she knows I don't like Halloween, so she thought she'd bring me something
just in case there's a random clown walking around. Yeah.
And my son, I put a little picture on Facebook actually, and my son got me some chocolates last week. There's no photographic evidence of those, obviously. But we were watching the very first episode of the new Hell's Kitchen.
Yes.
And there was this girl on it who got quite tearful because she said that she'd never experienced being in a group of girls before that all support and lift each other, which is exactly how I think we all feel in the girls category, and not just the 4 nominees this year. All the other girls as well, we all help each other out. We cover each other's shows. We go out for lunch. We're all just supportive.
There is that family feel. And that, like you said, being lifted up by all of the others. 100%. And it's like the day itself is it's great. I mean, it's a nice afternoon to start drinking, really. Afternoon drinking, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good opportunity. And it's an excuse to do that. But also, like you said, because you're working, covering each other and doing all these sorts of things, you try to see each other as much as possible. But this is a great excuse for everybody who's in the industry to come together. Yeah,
it doesn't happen often, does it?
No,
everyone has different nights off, working different shifts.
And it's the one kind of white night of the year where you sort of feel a little bit guilty, not very much and not for long, that
you all take the night off.
That everybody, you try and get entertainment in a bar on the night of the teas. You're not going to get much.
Yeah, stay on.
Stay on. Yeah. In fact, bars should close that night, I think, and come and join us. So all the bar owners should come and get tickets for the teas as well.
Do you know what? There's still so many talented artists that aren't part of the teas that are out there working, and But yeah, it's hard for the bars trying to get cover for their regular shows that are all at the teas. And let's face it, if you go to the teas, you don't normally work that night, do you?
It's difficult.
I think I've seen many, unless you're a non-drinker, that actually walks out of there sober.
Yes, exactly. Because like we said, it's a great opportunity for an Sunday afternoon drink. We don't blame you. And especially with nominees, there's a pre-party before. So there's an extra hour tacked on the front.
Early,
and then there's the after party. So there's a couple of hours tacked on afterwards.
You know, and if you get up the sort of time we do, that leaves no time to eat anything before you go. So
it's just pretty much right. But I reckon it's still going to be a great day because it always is. So don't forget, you have got till Sunday, midnight on Sunday, 11:59 p.m. shall I say on Sunday, to vote for Emma or any of the girls in the category and all of the other categories. If you want to check them out there on our Facebook, it's the Tenerife Entertainment Awards Facebook page, and your vote is teaawards.com. Emma, thank you very much for joining us. It's been absolutely superb. I was going to do something daft and play Adele, but I'm not going to.
I'm going to play something spooky instead.
No, actually, I'm not. I'm going to play something spooky. I am going to play something that has been really, really popular lately because brand new album come out for her. She's going on tour again. It's the one and only Miss Kylie Minogue. Brand new single from her. It's Lights, Camera, Action. It's brill. And we'll say goodbye to YouTube as well. YouTube, see you later. Don't forget to vote. teaawards.com. Serio.
2 seconds away.